everyone. Today I want to talk about degrees and radians and angles. So please take a look at these pictures. Here we have examples of different angles. This is an acute angle less than 45 degrees. This is an obtuse angle more than 90, less than 180. This is a right angle exactly 90 degrees, often used for Pythagorean theorem. Straight angle exactly 180 degrees, and finally full circle revolution, which is 360 degrees. So these angles and other angles can be expressed in degrees or radians. And we know the measurement of degrees is quite common. However, radians also frequently used, but a little bit less common in measuring angles. 1 radian equals to approximately 57.3 degrees. And today we will learn how to convert angles between degrees and radians and degrees. So what is very important to know, what exactly is radian? A radian is a kind of an angle. You can see a circle here. I have just drawn a circle. And radian is an angle created by arc and a radius. So you see this is a radius r, you can represent it as r, and this is an arc. This one is an arc. Maybe I used a different color. So the bottom line is that if arc has the same length as the radius, the angle, this is the angle created between them, is equal, this angle is equal to 1 radius. So, for example, if radius is 2 and arc is 2 centimeters, then the angle here will be equal to 1 radian. This approximately 57.3 degrees. We know that the formula for the circumference of a circle is 2 pi times r. We know pi is this number which is approximately 3.14 with the infinity decimal. And if you know that the circumference is the length, the total length of a circle, if you know this formula and you know that radius and arc are equal, they create an angle of 1 radian. You can obtain the formula, you can inform an excellent tool to convert angles in degrees and radians and vice versa. So knowing this, that circumference is 2 pi times radius, we can assume that 360 degrees equals 2 pi radian. How do we know that? Because you see, if the whole circumference is 2 pi times radius and 1 radian is equal to radius, it will work, right? That the whole circle will create an angle of 360 degrees. So just like to get the length, as length is length of arc and the proportion of arc to circumference is the same as proportion of radian to the whole circle angle, which is 360, because circumference is total, arc is just part, and this is this relationship. And from this we know that 360 degrees equals to 2 pi radians. And knowing this, we can create a conversion tool. So first, let's extract radian. So in order to extract or isolate a radian from this formula, I can divide it by 2 pi. If you divide it by 2 pi, you will know that 1 radian equals to 360 divided by 2 pi. Then you can simplify this expression, divide it by 2, and you will get 1 radian equals to 180 over pi. Okay, and now you can use it to convert uh, radians to degrees. So for example, you have, let's say you have 2 radians. So you have to multiply 2 times 180 over pi. Then you will get 360 over pi degrees. So that's what 2 radian is. So let's, you need a calculator because it's difficult to divide it by, divide it in your head because pi is equal to 3.40. It's a small decimal number, difficult to calculate it. So let's just take 360 divided by 3.14. So you get 114 degrees, 114.6 degrees. And you know that 1 radian is 57, so if you multiply it times 2, you will get this number. So yeah, it's correct. So that's how we can convert radian to degrees, because we see that 1 radian equals to 180 over pi. And there is something I forgot to remove from the previous video. I'm gonna just remove this quickly. Okay, so we know how to convert radians to degrees and how to convert degrees. Now we want to convert degrees to radians. You can find the answer from the same formula. So now we'll solve for degrees, not for radians. Here divided by 2 pi, but now we'll divide this by 360. Okay, so we know that 360 equals to 2 pi radians. So this is degrees. So in order to extract a degree, we need to divide both sides by 360. And this way we know that 1 degree equals to 2 pi over 360 radians. Then we know that 1 degree equals to, right, simplify 360 with 2, which will be pi over 180 radians. And knowing from this, yeah, we can take any degree multiplied by this value, and you will obtain how many radians is this. Okay, so let's take, for example, let's take 180 degrees. How much will it be in radians? You have to multiply 180 times pi over 180. This will simplify, we have 1. So it will equal to pi radians. So 180 degrees is the same as pi radians. So 3.14 radians. Another one you can take maybe 30 degrees. Okay, let's take 30 degrees times pi over 180. It will equal to, we simplify this, you get 1 here, here you get 6. So it will be pi over 6 radians. Okay, that's the way we can convert angles between radians and degrees and vice versa. That formula, you don't need to memorize it. Even if you forgot how to calculate it, you just need to remember that radian is an angle created by radius and arc if they are the same length, and if you combine it with formula for circumference, you can derive, by rearrange this formula to obtain this formula for conversion. Okay, I hope you find this video useful. Thanks for your attention. See you in the next one. Bye for now.